Hey guys, welcome back to another rebuild here. I know it's been a minute since we've been in here, but I've been waiting to try to find a team to do that would be pretty cool, and I think the Panthers are just that team. So we are going to be doing the Carolina Panthers. Cam Newton's been out. They've won 3 straight, so we are going to do something a little crazy, a little different to try out the Panthers here. We're going to attempt to get rid of Cam Newton right off the bat. We're going to throw him on the trade block. He's just had a lot of injuries here in Carolina. I'm a big Cam Newton fan. It's just, I don't know, when he went down and they just started funneling the offense through McCaffrey, it just worked out in a big way. So I feel like, we've gave it our chances, and he's just been injury prone here. And I feel like this should be McCaffrey's offense at the moment. I think he's earned that with how well he's played. And there's a lot of nice quarterbacks that we could potentially pick up this next season through the draft, or even, we could see if Kyle Allen's the guy. He's played well IRL, but this is what our team's going to look like. So we did throw Newton on the trade block. McCaffrey's our RB here. Then we got Moore, Curtis Samuel. Not a bad receiving core. I like DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel. We do need maybe a third receiver here. I don't think Chris Hogan's going to be the long-term guy. Greg Olson is getting up there in age. I do expect him to retire. Offensive line is a bit shaky. We do have Moton, Trey Turner, Paradis. Again, though, he's like 30-something, so I don't know how long he'll be here. Williams isn't young. We need a left tackle. I'd like Greg Little, but with a 66 overall, we'll see if he upgrades from there. He doesn't have great strength either, so I don't know. That's not a great offensive lineman to start with. Defensively, though, Carolina is going to take on that new 3-4 role that they did switch to. We do have Brian Burns. Middle linebackers are dirty with Luke Kuechly, Shaq Thompson. Then we have, we do need an outside linebacker for the left side. At the moment, though, we do have Dontari Poe, Gerald McCoy. We're actually going to start short over Dontari Poe. Then Butler here at right end. Cornerbacks aren't bad. We have a really young and emerging cornerback in Dante Jackson, James Bradbury. He's a nice guy. I don't know if he's, going to be an elite guy for us. Safeties, probably not long-term answers here with Trey Boston and Eric Reed. But we'll figure that out. At the moment, though, we're going to stick with how the roster is. We do have a trade offer for Cam, so we'll check that out. Oh, wow. People are only giving up thirds? Really? We'll send him to, somewhere that might be actually an option. I think Denver's probably oh, wow. They're only willing to give up a 2021 pick, though? I don't know about that. Raiders, I could see that. Washington, for sure, could see that. I think let's send them to Washington. You know what? They're in a weird spot right now. Don't really want to start Dwayne Haskins. So I feel like they could need a veteran quarterback with Cam Newton, at least for the year. So we'll trade him to Washington, and we get a 3rd-round pick for it. I know it's not a lot, but I just wanted to try this rebuild without Cam Newton and see if we're able to pull it off. But let's go ahead and check out the players right now so we don't have to come back at midseason that we're going to resign. Gerald McCoy, he's 31. Probably going to let him go. James Bradbury, he's 26. I'd like to bring him back. Trey Boston, I'll pass on him. Shaq Thompson, definitely want to bring him back. He's a nice middle linebacker to go along with Kuechly. Mario Addison can test. A lot of these guys can test. Darrell Williams, he's a nice lineman, but at 27, he's going to start hitting that regression. So, only people we're going to... Kyle Allen, depends on how well he plays. We're just going to bring back Shaq Thompson and James Bradbury. Probably let all these other vets test here for us. Alright, so no playoffs here in year 1. That's a little rough. We finished 3-12. We literally didn't win a game. We didn't win a game since we started after that Jacksonville game. So that's not good. We're going to need a quarterback, 100% most likely. I would have to think that's our quarterback just not playing well. Now, I know it might be a little weird. Oh, wow. Okay, that's really bad. I know it might be a little weird that we traded Cam, but I don't know. I feel like with his injury concerns, it's definitely a possibility that if Kyle Allen did continue to play well, that he could have lost his job. We'll go ahead and check out these stats, though. Kyle Allen throws for about 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, to 11 interceptions, 65% completion rate. Actually not a horrible year by him, to be honest. I mean, when he's just thrown into the fire like that, it's not a horrible year. McCaffrey, 1,300 yards. I mean, he's going to be most likely the monster of this rebuild for us. 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 fumbles. He's going to be the workhorse. Receiving, we get 62, 808 here for Samuel. 62 receptions, 750, and 4 for DJ Moore. Greg Olson putting up a nice little campaign. McCaffrey doing work. 53 receptions, 586, and a touchdown for him. Blocking, how do we do? Okay, our left guard allowed 11 sacks. Thankfully, we are not bringing him back. Greg Little allowed 11 as well. We're in a bit of a rough spot with our O-line. Definitely going to have to get that in a better spot here. Tackles, we get 132 by Luke Keeley, 106 by Shaq Thompson, 82 by Bradbury. Sacks, we're going to get 7 by McCoy, 6 by Addison, 4 by Shaq Thompson, 3.5 by Brian Burns, 3.5 by Short there. Picks, we get 4 by Dante Jackson, and then just 1s everywhere. So Dante Jackson just carries our secondary there with 4 picks. That's really nice. Catches allowed 29. Can't have it, though. Can't have that. No forced fumbles. He has a fumble recovery, though. That's, I mean, not horrible. We in any of the MVP conversation? Pat Mahomes wins it. That's pretty good to see. 13-3 KC Chiefs. I'll take that. Nobody in the conversation, unfortunately, for the Panthers. I mean, 2,000 yards from scrimmage by McCaffrey. I would have actually probably you need a little bit more to get MVP as an RB. So yeah, I'll take that. We didn't do great. We have a 3-12 record, but we likely can find our quarterback for the future of this draft. All right, so we're in free agency here. Not a horrible period. There definitely is some nice players. I was thinking about going after another cornerback here, like Kendall Fuller. But, you know, he wants a lot of money, and I'm not really willing to pay that much. We don't have a huge number in cap, even though we did trade Cam. I thought we'd have had a little bit more than this, but we're not working with a whole lot, but we are going to offer one person a contract. We're going to offer a contract to a right guard, Brandon Sheriff. I think he's still an elite guard. He's only 28. So to be able to add another guard in like Sheriff, and I'd probably bounce Turner over to left guard, I think that we'd be in a pretty decent spot because we'd still have Paradis at center at the moment, 2 nice guards, a good right tackle, and I think we'd have a nice line. So we're going to attempt this, offer him 99 points, decently higher than anybody else. We'll see if they want to accept it here. I mean, we'd be in a real nice spot. Yeah, they accepted. Okay, so we have a pretty nice O-line. We got some veteran presence. Pretty decent overall. I mean, yeah, with Sheriff now, I mean, Paradis is regressing. We're going to have to work on that. But besides that, I definitely like our ability on the O-line. So let's go ahead and get to the draft here and see what we can get. All right, guys, taking a look at the draft here, we didn't do too bad. We sat on a quarterback a little bit, but I think it did end up working out. But let's go ahead and check out our stuff in order here. So we'll go after our quarterback immediately. I didn't want to go after a quarterback because I don't feel like if the Panthers end up going after quarterback, if it's going to be one of those top guys, you know, because I feel like it'll be a little later in the draft, so that's why I did sit on it. But we ended up getting a nice cornerback for it, so we get a 95 speed corner who can play pretty good man coverage, so him and Dante Jackson should go together really nicely, and then James Bradbury should be able to play the slot pretty good. So now we got some speedy corners, which should help us out in the division at least. Then we go after a left tackle, Prince Tega Wanaho, 73 overall. Don't know why his overall isn't a little bit higher, because he does have decent all-around stats. He's already the 25th ranked left tackle in the league. He's got good strength. He's got a good base for everything to work around. So it can really be any kind of a player he wants here, because he's got the stats that are pretty good in every category. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. Then we do sit on the quarterback, and I think it works out. We go after Jordan Love. He's only a 69 overall, but he's got hidden development. I feel like this is a pretty good fit for the Panthers. He's a mobile quarterback, at least a decently mobile one. So you're not going to be going from Cam Newton to a non-mobile QB. I just feel like it's a nice fit. I really feel like if the Panthers do end up going quarterback, this would be a nice guy for them to target. Kind of reminds me a bit of Dak, maybe. A bit of Dak. 93 throw power. Not horrible accuracies that you'd think a 69 overall would give you. I think his awareness is really hurting his overall. But I'm not mad at this. He's got decent throw power. Nice mobility. He's got, a hidden development, so we don't know if he's going to be a superstar for us, but I feel like he'll fit in this offense nicely, and we're giving him a run game to work with. And then we hit on another receiver. We go T. Higgins. So now we got DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, and we got this deep threat monster in T. Higgins, who's most likely going to play the slot and do it really nice. He's got 87 agility, good jumping, just all around good stats. Could work on that short route running a little bit, but I don't think it's going to hurt him too bad. So I feel like we got a nice couple of picks here. Picks that are definitely going to help us out. He's got hidden development too. So these four picks are going to be here for the long run, I would hope, because we get some nice picks here. We go after a center. It didn't really end up working out. I also took a bit of a chance here on Jalen Hurts. I wanted to see if we could get a steal. He didn't end up being too good, 62 overall. So I am glad that we went after Jordan Love here, who is going to be the starter 100%. That is going to take us here to the start of year 2. Alright guys, so this is where we're really going to see like what our plan is looking like, kind of what we're trying to build for the team. And I think it's going to be a pretty good squad. So we are going to have Jordan Love take the place of Cam Newton. Again, I do think that's a nice fit for us. If we are going to get rid of Cam, I think that was a pretty good pickup. Not going to lie there. Then we got DJ Moore. I really like our receiving core, man. We got DJ Moore, Curtis Samuel, and then T. Higgins to play the slot. I mean, they might be real young. Might not have a veteran presence yet, even though DJ Moore is in his 3rd year here. T. Higgins, pretty good. Greg Olson, we are going to have to find a tight end, most likely, to replace him. We got some nice options, though. Thomas wouldn't be a bad one. He's definitely a bit young. How old is he? I mean, 24. He's got decent catching ability. I don't know, though. You guys know I like to usually draft a wide receiver and bounce him to tight end, so we might attempt it. Offensive line isn't bad. We picked up Sheriff, and that's definitely going to add some strength to our O-line. Trey Turner's going to bounce to left guard. So I'm expecting our whole offensive line to be here long-term, except Paradis, because he is decently old. I like the pickup of our left tackle. Our right tackle's pretty nice. Guards are good. Center is just a bit questionable. We'll see if he starts to regress. Go ahead and check out our defense here. Corners are really nice. I really like our cornerbacks. We have Dante Jackson. Then we're going to start the corner we drafted at number 2. James Bradbury is going to bounce to our 3rd guy. Safeties are really a bit tough. Eric Reed, I don't know. He's not going to upgrade, so we're going to have to most likely address that. Free safety is really bad. We did lose, I don't know why I spaced off there. Gerald McCoy. Yeah, we lost him in free agency. We still have Dontari Poe and Kawan Short, which should be able to stuff the run pretty nicely. We do need a right end, though. And Kawan Short is regressing. We can't get around that. Luke Keeley's still our X-Factor guy. Got Shaq Thompson upgrading. Brian Burns ended up getting superstar development, so he's got traits now, which is nice. We don't have an outside linebacker for the right side currently. Let's go ahead. I'll show you Brian Burns here. We'll go into that speed rusher ability for him. He's pretty nice, though. He's got a great finesse move. So he's sitting at an 89 finesse move. Not great power move, but he'll get the job done rushing the passer. He's already the 8th ranked outside linebacker, and he's already got abilities here. He's got the strip specialist, so defenders with this ability can tackle effectively while trying to strip the football. That's nice. Hopefully we get a pass rush ability at 90 overall. That'd help out. That would help out. That's not a great ability to have, to be honest. But our cornerback should be pretty good. We'll see what happens. Let's go ahead and get to mid-season here and check out the players we're going to re-sign. Oh, this is the big year. This is a big year. McCaffrey needs re-signed. He's not wanting to break the bank, though, you know. He's helping us out here. He doesn't want a huge deal. I would have asked for way more if I was him. I mean, he could get a monster contract at this point with the way he's playing. Either way, though, we're bringing him back. He's not asking for a huge one. Greg Olson, I'd love to bring him back, but we're going to have to let him go. He is 35. Curtis Samuel, he's coming back. Taylor Moton, he's coming back as well. He's a real nice right tackle. Dontari Poe, I think it's time to let him go. And that's really it. There's nobody else to bring back. So, Dontari Poe can test. We'll bring back Moton and Samuel. Olson, we're going to have to let him go. McCaffrey, that's a no-brainer there. He's really what we're building this offense around. No playoffs here for us, but you know what? We did take a step in the right direction. We finished 7-9. It's better than 3 wins. It's better than 3 wins, that's for sure. We started off a bit hot, though. At midseason, we were 5-2. So it looks like we just didn't do well after midseason, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and check out the stats, see how we did. Jordan Love hopefully played well for us. First of all, let's go ahead and check out the yearly awards. Ezekiel Elliott wins MVP. We're not in the conversation, unfortunately. Did we at least win Offensive Rookie of the Year? Go ahead and check that out. Oh, come on. Jake Fromm? We come in at number 2. Dang, bro. Are we at least in the best quarterbacks? Okay, that's not good. We're not even in the top 10 QBs. We got to fix that. Jordan Love here. That's not a horrible year at all. Considering we're a heavy run team, 26 touchdowns, 15 picks. Yeah, it's a bit high, but he's a rookie. 74% completion rate, though. That's going to help out. That is going to help out. Rushing here, we get 1,000 yards from McCaffrey, 6 touchdowns. That's a bit rough. I would have hoped for a bit more, considering we do pound the ball a lot. 71, 750, and 5 for Moore. 73, 708 for Olson. Samuel didn't put up a great year, to be honest. 82 receptions, 655, and 3 touchdowns. Oh, wow. Higgins didn't put up a great year at all. 41 receptions, about 500 yards, only 4 touchdowns. McCaffrey put up an insane year. 47 receptions, 630, and 4? Jesus. I mean, I guess he's got 1,600 scrimmage yards. Blocking, our left tackle did allow 13 sacks. That's not great at all. But I'm hoping can upgrade a little bit for us. 109 tackles by Jeffrey Okudah, our cornerback? Really? Okay. How does he lead the team in tackles? He's a corner. 85 tackles by Keeley. 82 by Shaq Thompson. All right. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'll take it. 7.5 sacks by Brian Burns. He leads the team by a lot. 3.5 by Preston. 3 by Keeley. Couple by Thompson. Man, we just didn't get pressure. 2 picks by Thompson. Couple by our corners here. Just not a whole lot of turnovers or really just defensive pressure at all. That's a little concerning. What do we finish in defensive yards? 20. That's concerning. That is concerning. We gotta fix that. We can't be 22nd in defensive yards. We are gonna offer a couple contracts here. There are some nice players available. We don't need a receiver, or I would go after some of these guys. Oh wow, Cooper Kupp has an X factor. What's he got? First one for okay. Well, that's a little crazy for a wide receiver to have first one free. Okay. Let's go ahead and check out my negotiations here. So we are going to offer a contract to Keanu Neal. Can't pass that up. We got to go after a safety. We really do need one. So we're going to attempt to go after him. We're also going to go after Samson and Beckham. I think if we add him to go along with Brian Burns, we'd have a nice speed rushing core just to get after him. And he's got some traits as well, because he does have superstar development. So yeah, if we end up landing him plus Brian Burns could be really nasty. David Njoku, we're going to offer him a contract. We do need a tight end. I would love to try out Ian Thomas, but Njoku is just such a good tight end that I can't pass up on him. He's got really good stats all around the board, really good catching traffic. I think he'd be a nice security blanket for Jordan Love, who has upgraded quite a bit. Tedrick Thompson, 77 overall. It's not a horrible safety, not the best, but at only 26, I feel like this is a bit of a steal. He only wants like a $2 million cap hit, so that's not a horrible signing at all. It's actually a pretty decent one if we end up landing Keanu Neal as well. So we'll go ahead and advance forward, see if we land any of these big name people here. Ooh, they all accept it. Nice. So we get Beckham, Njoku, Keanu Neal, and Tedrick Thompson. All right, taking a look at the draft here. We didn't get a whole lot of people that are going to start, but we got a couple, and we got a decent guy to start it off. So we go after Gerald Marshall here, 77 overall. He's got hidden development, pretty good. He's got a 93 strength. I mean, I feel like he can replace Dontari Poe no problem, because, you know, with his hidden development, we don't know how good he already is going to be. Plus, he's already got pretty good power move and finesse move for a D tackle. And he's got 93 strength. Not a horrible speed as well. So I feel like it's pretty good. He's got swim move. I just think he's going to be a pretty good guy for us, especially with already hidden development. And he's only 21. Then we'll go after Chris Maddox, who is going to probably start at an in spot opposite of Kawan Short. He's not a grade, but he's got okay stats, decent speed, nice finesse move. So he's definitely going to start for us. I took a chance on a free safety just to see if we hit on it. Didn't. So, you know, he's a 68 overall, doesn't have great all-around stats. So pretty much those are the only two guys that are going to start for us, the right end and the D tackle. We didn't need a whole lot of really offensive linemen, so we didn't have a whole lot to go after this year, but I think we got a couple of decent picks. So back here at the start of year 3, definitely looking better than we were. Definitely looking better. Jordan Love upgraded a lot. He ended up having star development. I would have hoped for like superstar, but I'll take that. He's got nasty throw power. Let's just say that. So he's got 95 throw power. Good accuracies all around the board, to be honest. So I'm pretty happy with the way our quarterbacks developed, especially when we got him in the 3rd. I mean, that's just a steal right there. It's like a first-round quarterback talent, but we got him in the 3rd. So I'm pretty happy with that first draft. McCaffrey, he's still looking nice. Receivers, I hope DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel will step up a little bit. I kind of want to see a 1,000-yard campaign from DJ Moore, 100%. T. Higgins had star development, so he's looking pretty nasty at the moment. Got Njoku now, offensive line, liking the way it's shaping up here. Moten and Wanaho at tackles. I'd say tackles probably our biggest position of concern, but considering we're most likely going to be a run-heavy team, I like the way interiorly we're looking. Defensively here, Marshall looks like he's going to be a monster for us. Maddox and Short on the line are looking pretty good. So we actually did end up getting a superstar X Factor with the cornerback we drafted. He's got shutdown. So our cornerback is going to be a shutdown corner. He's got 95 speed, just really good stats. I'm still going to have Dante Jackson be our number 1 corner, but I believe that he will emerge, this guy with the X Factor, as our number 1 corner because, you know, he's got an X Factor. Then, I mean, we got 2 shutdown X Factors. Luke Keeley's got shutdown as a linebacker. I want to check out what some of these guys have in the ability range. So a Beckham here, he's got, oh, okay, that's not great. Okay, man, why can't we get any pass rush abilities? That's tough. And then, obviously, our middle linebacking core, just our linebackers, period, are nasty. A Beckham to go along with Burns on the outside, and then inside we got Shaq and Luke. I mean, that's just a dirty linebacking core. Then Keanu Neal here, got 90 overall. He's got Enforcer and Unfakeable. So we got 2 Enforcers. We got Luke Keeley and Keanu Neal. So we should be Fumble City up in here. Then Tedrick Thompson, 77 overall. I'm really liking the way our team's shaping up. It's definitely taking shape here in year 3. Let's go ahead and set our season goal. I think we're playoff bound, right? Got to be playoff bound. We've increased our win totals the first and second year. Now it's time to take that step forward. Wow, this is a freaking huge re-signing period. This is one of the biggest ones I think we've had. So we got Luke Keeley. He's going to want to get paid. And we're going to do that because, you know, he's best linebacker in the league. Let's be honest here. I mean, it's close there with Bobby Wagner. But I gotta lean towards Luke Keeley, to be honest. Okay, that's going to be a 14 mil cap hit, but we got to do it. Dante Jackson, 100% coming back. Paradis, I mean, he hasn't regressed as horrible as I thought he would. We might do it. We're in year 3, and he's still sitting at an 84 overall, so I think he might be okay. You know, we'll attempt it. DJ Moore, 100%. He's got to come back. Kawan Short, he's 80. I mean, he's 32. He's only got an 82 overall, so probably let him test. Michael Pilardi, I mean, we're not going to pay a kicker or punter big money, so we'll likely let these guys test as well. Yeah, I'm not going to bring back a whole lot of people out of this period here. We'll bring back DJ Moore, Paradis, Dante, and Luke Keeley. Just the main 4 guys here. And no playoffs again. I don't get that. We just got blown out by the Jets. All right. 8-8. Oh, gosh. Okay, man. This division is rough. For real. I mean, it's just straight up rough. Like, how... Man, you got the Falcons and the Saints tied up. Okay, that's great. You know, we're 8-8. We got one better win than last year. I would have hoped for more than that, though. Oh, wow. Jordan Love takes a step back in the yards department. 9th in defensive yards, though. Let's go ahead and check out his Okay, I take that back, you know. 3,300 yards. Carolina does tend to go that way, especially when we had Newton, but I'm not mad at that at all. If we ran the ball well, 26-5, that's a great ratio. 76% completion rate. That's impressive. Then you got okay, that is impressive. 1,374 yards. 9 touchdowns by McCaffrey. Receiving here, we got Moore with 73, 800 yards, 8 touchdowns. Njoku, 78, 801. T. Higgins, 43, 590, and 11. Curtis Samuel, 59, 502. McCaffrey takes a bit of a step back in receiving. That's a little crazy. You'd expect a little more than that from McCaffrey, but he ran it pretty good. Sacks, oh wow, our left, oh gosh, both our tackles allowed double-digit sacks? I mean, that'll hurt you right there. Defense, we got 105 tackles by Keeley, 89 by our corner, 79 by Dante. Sacks, we get 10 and how do we get 10.5 from Keeley? Must have sent some blitzes. 6.5 from Kawan Short, 6 from Brian Burns, 4.5 from Shaq Thompson. Picks, we get 2 by Jeffrey, and then a lot of 1-bombs. So I don't know what's going on, man. You know, I feel like our team's pretty decent. Jordan Love, we need to air it out a bit more, though. We have a lot of talent. Pretty big free agency period here. There's a lot of decent people. We don't have a whole lot of cap, but we are going to offer one big contract. We're going to go after Vangder Esch here. I don't even know if I said that kind of right. Probably just botched it completely. But, yeah, we're going to go after him. And if we get him, I'm going to bounce him to middle linebacker because we are in a 3-4. Can you imagine him and Luke Kuechly together? Come on. And then we could probably just trade Shaq Thompson for something. Go ahead and please sign this. Come on, bro. Yes, okay. That is straight dirty. Can you believe that? Luke Kuechly and then Vangder Esch together on the same squad in a 3-4? Alright, so I didn't show the drafts. We actually didn't get really anybody that's going to start at all, so we'll just go ahead and take a look at the roster here in year 4. Jordan Love's up to an 80 overall. McCaffrey's still upgrading. Receivers we basically have the same offense, just a bit more upgraded than the year before. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Defensively here, we definitely have a bit of turnaround. So we did pick up Vangder Esch, and besides that, it's going to be the same as well. I guess we did let go of one of our ends, Kawan Short, so we did replace him with Douglas, but he's not a great caliber of a starter here. He's just all we got at the moment. But this D-tackle ended up having a star development, so he's got abilities. That's pretty good. Vangder Esch, man, look at that linebacking core. You got Luke Kuechly, then Esch, right? I mean, come on, man. That might be too much. Going to hit this upgrade on this guy. Check out his ability here. I think he had Unfakeable. Again, which isn't a great ability. We've had that a couple times. That's not great. I guess for a D-tackle, it couldn't be bad, but, you know, it's definitely not great. Let's go ahead and put this guy as our number 1 corner. I think with his X Factor, he's earned it, and now we have 3 X Factors on defense. We got a run stuffer with Vander. We have Luke Kuechly shut down, and then our corner shut down. So I'm feeling pretty good about our X Factors. I'm hoping this is the year we open the offense up and really let Love throw it around. Especially, you know, maybe even get McCaffrey involved a lot more in the receiving department. We'll see. But that is going to do it for our team. Basically the same. Maybe 1 or 2 changes all around. But we're definitely more upgraded than the year before. And yeah, I think it's going to help us out. All right, we got some people ready to resign. Brian Burns wants to come back. That's a real tough contract. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it. He's the only guy we're going to bring back, to be honest. We're going to let everybody else test. Besides him, Brian Burns obviously has to come back. Let's just see if we can get this deal done. It's not going to leave us in a great cap department, though. That's 100% true. Now, we'll increase it a bit. We're offering him a lot of money. And he comes back, so we get him back. Had to hit a huge cap hit, though. Man, another year. No playoffs here. What is going on? How do we finish 6-10, bruh? Like, for real? Are you kidding? Okay, man. A 6-10 season, so we take a step back. Ooh, Jordan Love doesn't look like he had a great year, and he doesn't. Man, we're just not passing for a whole lot of yards. We're just not. 22-13? 68% completion rate. McCaffrey, only 1,000 yards, average 67 yards a game. That can't happen. Receiving the ball, not a great year. I mean, man, we just haven't broke out offensively, and that's really surprising to me. I thought we'd break out offensively in a big way. Wanaho actually stepped back in the sacks department, which is nice. Only allowed 7. Tackles, we get 113 by Kuechly, 101 by Keanu Neal, 99 by Vander, 93 by Dante Jackson. Sacks, we're going to get... Ooh, we don't get a whole lot of sacks. 6 by Marshall, 5.5 by Beckham, 4.5 by Vander, 3 by Brian Burns. More than that. And we're not getting picks. 2 by Jeffrey, and besides that, 1 bombs. Well, I don't know what's going on with our squad right now, man. I really don't. All right, quick draft recap here. So we get a free safety that's likely going to start for us. Pretty nice one. Gilbert Bryan, he's got hidden development. He's a scheme fit. Nice speed. Really good acceleration. And I think he can be pretty good for us. We didn't get anybody else that's going to start. And we don't have a whole lot of positions of need, to be honest. Maybe an end. But besides that, we really don't have a whole lot we need. We got linebackers. We got DBs. Defensive line is a little questionable, but, you know, we don't need an O-line at the moment. No receivers or quarterbacks, so we didn't have a whole lot to go after, but we got a free safety. I didn't show free agency because we were actually in the negative, so we weren't able to make any signings. So, I mean, we're heading into our last year here already. All right, well, I mean, we know what time it is. It's Super Bowl or bust time. We actually haven't, I don't think, made it to year 5. The last couple of rebuilds, we've actually gotten the dubs pretty early on. We're sitting at an 88 overall at the moment. Didn't change really anywhere, to be honest. We got the same offense, same defense, just a little more upgraded. I knew that was going to be a bit of a problem. We had a lot of youngsters that just needed to upgrade, and they didn't upgrade a whole lot for us, to be honest. I was hoping our team would upgrade decently, but, you know, they didn't. Our defense is looking stout, though. So Brian here's going to start. Keanu Neal at strong safety. We have a really nice cornerback core. We got Dante, Jeffrey here, and then Bradbury to play the slot. Linebackers are really good. D-line, Marshall's here. Douglas ended up having superstar development. So we ended up having a couple of decent drafts where we ended up getting some decent superstar players out of it. And I mean, we're so good at the moment. I feel like we got to make the playoffs this year, you know? I think we're just so good. We got a lot of talent everywhere. I just don't know. If we don't make the playoffs here in year 5, that's just going to be disappointing. I'm not going to check back mid-season. We're just going to bounce straight to the end of the year because, you know, we're not going to have to re-sign anybody. We are in the last year here, so hopefully we make the playoffs. We'll see. All right, we're just simulating the last few weeks here. Man, let's see. Here we go. Oh, yes. We make the playoffs at 9-7. Barely, though. We barely make it in. Man, Jake Fromm's playing for the Saints, and he's just won the division every year. I mean, straight up, every year. Okay, let's check out our stats. We got Jordan Love. Ooh, that's on a great year. He's just not putting up great stats. I mean, he's really not. Then we got McCaffrey, 1,400 yards. Not bad. Jordan Love had 101 carries. Jesus. As a quarterback. I mean, at least we're getting him involved. He had 9 touchdowns rushing? Okay. I mean, we'll get him involved then. 9 rushing touchdowns. That's pretty good to see. Then DJ Moore he almost has a 1,000-yard campaign. Curtis Samuel has been a bit of a bust, to be honest. He hasn't had a whole lot of yards. T. Higgins, a bit of a down year. David Njoku, a down year. Sacks a lot. We can't have that. Our offensive line just hasn't played great. 102 tackles by Langton here. 99 by Dante Jackson. And 96 by Keanu Neal. Sacks, we get 8.5 by Laquan Douglas. 7.5 by Brian Burns. He actually has finesse specialist now, so he's looking pretty good. 5 by Marshall. Kuechly with 4 interceptions. 3 by Bradbury. 2 by Jeffrey. 1 bomb. Still struggling to get turnovers on defense. Still struggling. Let's see if we're in the MVP conversation with anybody. Probably not, but Mariota wins it with the Titans? Okay, but yeah, we're not in the conversation here. Dwayne Haskins is on the Patriots somehow. Okay, yeah, as you can see, Jake Fromm is number 6 with the Saints there. I mean, that's a rough one in our same division, but I guess we're playing in the wild card. I don't know if we'll manually play or not. We might just let our team try it out and see if they can get the dub, but either way, we're taking on Seattle. All right, man, let's see what happens here. I'm a little worried about it. Seattle puts up 7 real quick. All right, we get a field goal. Okay, we put up a touchdown. I'll take that. Seattle does as well. How did we not get a touchdown off that? All right, okay, we missed the 2-point conversion. That's not going to help out, but we take the lead late. We take the lead late. Oh, yes. All right, that's big from our team. That's big from our squad. So we take out Seattle there, 32-29. And we're moving on to the divisional round. That's a big win for us. 4 touchdowns by Jordan Love in his first playoff game. We're taking on Dallas here, and to be honest, that's a pretty bad matchup for us. It really is. I mean, it's probably one of the worst matchups we could ask for. We'll see if Vander Esch wants to come back and play with a vengeance against his old team. That would help out. I mean, that would help out. Dallas is off to a 21-point lead already. Well, 21 to, okay. We'll make it 28-10 at the moment. And we just looking like we're going to get shellacked by the Cowboys. Yeah. That's how it's going to end right there. So we lose the rebuild, unfortunately. That's one of the first rebuilds we've lost in a while. Jordan Love didn't have a great game. It doesn't look like, but that is going to do it. That I really thought that was a tough one. That was a tough one. You know, I really would have loved to have been able to get the W there. It doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. I kind of feel like we got robbed a little bit, though, to be honest with you. We didn't make the playoffs for the first 4 years. And, you know, I don't know. That's a little rough. I thought we should have made the playoffs before that. But, you know, it didn't work out for us. You know, that was a hard one. It was a hard one, but I felt like we had a pretty good squad for a while. You know, but we had, especially defensively, we had a great defensive squad. And you know what? We just didn't get it done. I did forget to shout out who suggested the rebuild. Zombie Killer, he actually suggested it for me, so I really do appreciate it. And if you guys do want to leave some suggestions, make sure you do that in the comment section and suggest who you want to see me rebuild next. I do appreciate you guys watching, and if you guys already are not subscribed, please make sure you hit that subscription button. We just hit 800 subscribers. That was a huge milestone of mine. Let's see if we can hit 900 even quicker than we hit 800. I really do appreciate you guys watching, and I'll check you guys out next time. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.